Hello, my name is Gonsalves and I'm an NLP practitioner and an NLP for Kids practitioner. And today I'd like to talk to you about chronic pain condition or fibromyalgia. The reason why I'm talking to you today about fibromyalgia is because I am a sufferer of fibromyalgia, or as I'd like to say, a survivor of fibromyalgia, because I don't let fibromyalgia actually get to me. And I do this through a various number of techniques I've picked up through my experience with using NLP, not only for myself but for my clients. But before I continue and tell you about the techniques that I use, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. In 2004, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. The doctor told me that there was nothing that could be done about it. Unfortunately, there was no cure. All I could do was take the painkillers that was given to me and just hope for a normal life. He said I would be stuck on these painkillers for the rest of my life and there was nothing he could do. I'd like to tell you that was a complete blow to me. You know, nothing can be done. I have to be on painkillers for the rest of my life. You know, there was nothing I could do. So I went home, I got my painkillers, tramadol, amitriptyline, paracetamol, diclofenac, pentagabalin. I had a host of painkillers that I was taking, and I had to take them, you know, 2 tablets every 4 hours. Sure, I started taking them and the pain went away. But I found that I wasn't quite coherent enough, and you know, I still had to work, so I went to work every single day. I took my painkillers every single day, and I found slowly that I was actually going to work and just nothing was getting done. You know, people going, Joey, you know, going, Joey. I mean, I was just completely out of it because of the painkillers. And because of that, unfortunately, I got fired from my job, which is a learning experience by itself, because I learned that these painkillers don't help, you know, allow you to lead a normal life of a normal functioning person that goes out and does a job 9 to 5 or whatever. But it does take away the pain, don't get me wrong. But I wanted both. I wanted, you know, relief of pain or some sort of management of pain and being able to go out there and, you know, do my job properly. So I started looking into other sorts of treatments. Acupuncture, osteopaths, chiropractors, Chinese massage, Japanese massage, Thai massages. I went through the list of them. I bought a TENS machine, a heating pad, a cooling pad. I had a back specialist actually come to my house to help me with, you know, dealing with the pain. I even went to a hypnotherapist who, you know, kind of helped, but not really. So, you know, at that point I was really frustrated because I couldn't do a proper 9 to 5 job because of the painkillers, and I was, you know, battling this pain. So, you know, what does one do but go on the internet? So I started going on the internet and I started looking up more and more stuff about pain management and how to help pain, and I came across this thing called NLP. And I was like, NLP, what's NLP? And I started reading about it and read about the history of NLP. And it just sounded interesting. So then I went on to iTunes and I found this nice lovely lady called Gemma Bailey, who was running her own little podcast on iTunes. And I started listening to her. Every single day she would go through, it wasn't every single day actually, she put it on every single week. She put out these, you know, explanations of what NLP is and how NLP techniques can help you. And I found myself listening to her more and more thinking, these techniques sound so good, and I started trying out these techniques and, you know, day-to-day life. She didn't do anything on pain, just how NLP can help you in day-to-day life. And I found, wow, this stuff is really, really good. I wonder if it could help my pain. So I decided I was going to take a NLP course, and surprisingly enough, there was an NLP course on Groupon. Yay! Which I went and took. And one of the things the NLP teacher was explaining is that sometimes if you look at your problems this is paraphrasing of course, if you look at your problems from a different perspective or a different point of view, you notice that your problem doesn't seem like a problem anymore. Or whatever you think is a challenge or an issue, if you look at it differently, it stops being that challenge and issue. And that had me thinking back when I was in France for the first time in the Louvre, and I was looking at this guy looking at this painting, because this guy was just looking at this painting, and then every like 5 minutes he would just kind of move a little bit to his left and stand and look at the painting, and move a little bit to the right and stand and look at the painting, and move a little bit to the right again, stand and look at the painting, and move a little bit back to the left, stand and look at the painting. And I asked him, why are you doing this? And he says that every time he changes his position while looking at this painting, he notices something different, something changes. He notices details he never saw before. And this is basically what the NLP teacher was trying to explain about looking at problems, looking at situations, how to deal with situations. And it got me thinking, maybe this could work for pain. If I started looking at the pain differently, in a different light, maybe it can help me manage my pain. And the other thing the teacher was explaining, which is the technique I'm going to show you in a little while, is running movies in your head, and how running the movies in your head helps you feel a certain way, and if you change that movie, you feel a different way. And if you change the movie again, it helps you feel differently. And basically, I started applying that to my pain, and it helps a lot. And this is what I want to share with you guys. Now, before I actually get into the technique and tell you exactly what I do, let me start by saying this is by no means a cure for fibromyalgia. It is just some add-on you add on to whatever treatment you're currently taking with your GP. If you stop your pills, that's I'm not telling you to go and stop your pills. That's up to you. I personally have cut down on the amount of painkillers that I take because I'm using these techniques in my day-to-day life, and this is something that's helped me, and I hope it'll help you, and I want to give it to you free of charge. Having said that, of course, the movie I'm going to describe to you is the movie I Run. Now, my movie is going to be completely different from your movie. So what I'm offering for you also is, you can go and try the technique yourself, and if you're having some trouble, if you go to my website, www.thenlplifecoach.com, and just send me a quick email, I will email you back and we'll have a small conversation. And what I will do for you is I'll put together a personalized movie or rundown of this technique using your little information that you'll give me. I'll put that into the movie, and I'll just run the same thing over so you can listen to it. And then when you bring that movie up in your head, it's a little bit clearer. I'm offering this to you. I'm offering this to the first 50 people that goes to my website. So if you are having trouble running this technique in your head by yourself, please drop me an email, and I will send you a personalized version of this technique as it was. Anyway, the technique. Basically what I do is I go and lie down in my bed, and I get myself comfortable. And what I do is, first thing I do is I take a nice deep breath in, deep breath as much as possible till I fill my entire lungs, and then I exhale until my entire lungs is completely empty. And I do this about 3 or 4 times, just to get that initial relaxation come over my body. Yeah, and then what I do after that is I close my eyes and I start my movie. And what my personal movie is basically me sitting in my grandmother's backyard in Trinidad, because that's where she is living at the moment. And The backyard is an amazing backyard. It has its own mango trees. The grass is absolutely green. There are constant birds flying in and out. And my movie is me actually sitting on a chair in the backyard looking at the mango tree. And what I would do is I would see myself sitting in that chair at first, looking at the mango tree, looking at the sun, and then I would basically step in to myself. So I'm looking at everything through my own eyes, and I would allow myself to see the things I see, hear the things I hear, smell the things I smell, feel the things I feel, as I'm looking at the mango tree through my own eyes in my grandmother's backyard. So the first thing I would look at would be my grandmother's, like the mango tree itself. I would notice what mangoes are ripe on the tree, what mangoes aren't ripe on the tree. I'd notice the colour of the leaves. I would notice the smell of the mangoes coming, wafting in my direction. I would notice that if there are birds flying in the air to the tree, between the branches, I would start noticing all those little things about the mango tree. And then I would see myself look up in the sky and notice the nice blue sky, and how there's not a cloud in the sky, and it's just absolutely beautiful. This dark blue, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And then I would allow myself to feel the sunshine of this amazing day warm my skin, and I would feel that warmth go through my body as I look up at the sky, and it would just feel utterly amazing. And then I would just basically just start looking around the garden, notice the flowers in my grandmother's garden, notice how green the grass is. All this time just allowing my senses to remember that time with me in the back garden. And slowly, as I do all that, I notice also my body would get so relaxed, it would start sinking into the bed as I recall each and every moment of me sitting in that backyard. I feel my face start to relax, then my neck start to relax, my shoulders, and down my arms, down my chest, just everything would just start to relax. And I would sink deeper and deeper into this bed of just utter relaxation. I would also notice my pain would start to go away as I keep running this movie over and over in my head, allowing every sense, all my senses to remember, because that's really important for all your senses to remember exactly that time and place that you were, that helped you relax. And you know, then my legs would start to relax, and then before I even know it, boom, I'm sleeping. No pain, no nothing, gone, out like a light till morning. And this technique has worked for me, and I hope it works for you. Again, if you have any problems, please contact me. My email address is joey@thenlplifecoach.com, or you can just go to my website, www.thenlplifecoach.com, and drop me an email there. Well, until next time, which I will tell you the second part of the techniques, the 3 parts, or 3 different techniques that I use, sometimes in combination, sometimes by themselves. But again, give this technique a try, and if you have any questions, drop me a line, or if you don't have any questions, just let me know if it worked for you or not. See you next time. Bye bye.